Imagine a place where the sea decides when you can enter and when you can leave. A place where ancient ruins watch silently from the cliffs and the fog rolls in thick enough to hide secrets. Now imagine a murder happening there. Because once the tide cuts the island off from the mainland, whoever the killer is, they're trapped there with everyone else. Welcome to Holy Island by L.J. Ross. And if you love atmospheric mysteries filled with tension, isolation, and slow burn suspense, this might be the thriller you didn't know you needed. Holy Island is the first book in the DCI Ryan mystery series, and it wastes no time pulling you into a world where history, faith, and crime collide. The story follows Detective Chief Inspector Ryan, a brilliant investigator who has stepped away from London's chaos after a deeply personal trauma. He retreats to Northumberland, hoping for quiet, hoping for distance, hoping for peace. But peace doesn't last long, because on the ancient tidal island of Lindisfarne, known as Holy Island, a young woman is found dead. At first glance, it looks tragic but ordinary, until Ryan notices something wrong. A detail that shouldn't be there, a pattern that doesn't make sense, a death that may be far from accidental. And as Ryan begins to dig deeper, he uncovers a trail that leads through centuries-old religious history, secret societies, and a killer who believes their actions serve a higher purpose. What makes Holy Island especially gripping is its setting. The island itself becomes part of the mystery because access to Lindisfarne depends entirely on the tide. When the sea rises, the causeway vanishes, cars vanish beneath the water, escape becomes impossible. Which means when a crime happens, the list of suspects becomes terrifyingly small, and the tension rises with every chapter. Without giving away spoilers, this story is less about explosive action and more about unraveling a carefully hidden puzzle. You'll learn how investigators read small clues that others overlook. You'll see how history can hide motives buried hundreds of years deep. And perhaps most fascinating, you'll watch how Ryan's quiet, methodical mind slowly closes in on the truth. A truth someone on that island is desperate to keep buried. One of the biggest strengths of Holy Island is atmosphere. L.J. Ross paints Northumberland with cinematic precision. The crashing waves, the cold winds sweeping across the priory ruins, the eerie isolation once the tide comes in. You don't just read the mystery, you feel the loneliness of the island, the tension in every conversation, the growing sense that someone nearby is hiding something. Another major strength is the protagonist. DCI Ryan is intelligent, calm, and quietly intense. He's not flashy, he's not loud, but when he starts connecting the dots, you realize the killer has seriously underestimated him. That said, the book isn't perfect. Some readers might find the pacing a little slower than modern high-octane thrillers. This isn't constant action or car chases. Instead, it focuses on atmosphere, dialogue, and careful deduction. And a few secondary characters could have been explored a little more deeply. But for many mystery fans, that deliberate pacing actually makes the story more immersive. So, who is this audiobook perfect for? If you enjoy classic detective stories, modern British crime mysteries, or atmospheric thrillers like those by Anne Cleeves or Peter James, Holy Island will likely pull you in completely. It's also perfect for listeners who enjoy clever puzzles, historical undertones, and mysteries where the setting itself becomes a character. However, if you prefer non-stop action, explosive shootouts, and very fast pacing, this one might feel a bit slower than what you're used to. But if you're willing to sink into the tension, follow the clues, and let the mystery unfold piece by piece, the final revelation is deeply satisfying. And honestly, this story feels even more powerful in audiobook form. The atmospheric setting, the quiet tension, the slow discovery of clues, it all works beautifully when narrated. So if Holy Island sounds like your kind of mystery, you can check out the full audiobook through the link in the description. Using that link helps to support the channel through a small affiliate commission without any extra costs to you, and it lets us keep bringing you more thriller summaries like this one. Now, tell me in the comments, do you prefer mysteries set in isolated locations or stories set in big cities where danger hides in the crowd? Either way, there's another mystery waiting just around the corner, and we'll uncover it together.